Also, concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Accusation in the royal rift. A stunning accusation in the royal rift brings the issue of race into the spotlight again. A royal family member's question over their baby's skin color was one of the most shocking revelations brought up in Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah.
That's right. CBS News' Hermela Aregawi reports it brings to light challenges that mixed race people face in society.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
A bombshell interview that has sparked a complicated conversation about race and racism. Monday, CBS released new clips of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's exclusive interview with Oprah. Harry said this about the role of UK's media.
Unfortunately, if the source of information is inherently corrupt or racist or biased, then that filters out to the rest of society.
And Markle said the way she and Kate Middleton were treated was at the core different.
Rude and racist are not the same.
Beyond black and white, there are unique challenges that those who are biracial like Markle face. In a 2015 interview with Elle magazine, Markle said being biracial paints a blurred line that is equal parts staggering and illuminating.
I've actually had that question posed to me before, like, oh, if you had a child, what do you think their skin tone would be? And that is just such an offensive question.
Dr. April Thames is a professor of psychology at USC.
There is an element of isolation that is typically not experienced among people who are not of mixed race. And that is because there's this sense of that you don't necessarily belong to either side.
Marriage and family therapist Jenny Poe-Run says that is why she started a support group last summer specifically for people of mixed race.
Many times people that are mixed say, like, I don't feel like I fit in, even in my own family. I clearly don't fit into the wider culture. And that feeling of isolation being magnified so acutely under public scrutiny.
The women we talk to say that sense of isolation can be difficult on mental and emotional health, and that it's important to talk about race in a multifaceted way. Hermela Aregawi, CBS 2 News.